So today, as you just saw, this is a rave, and it's a rave about artificial intelligence. It might be scary, it might be coming for all our jobs, but I don't think it is. I think the people who use it will be keeping their jobs. Here's a little video, or explainer video, of how I've used AI to create a very short 10-second animation for Three Cherries IT. So we all know that we can go on to ChatGPT or something like that and say, make me into an Arbon character, or a crazy electronic neon. That's all very well jumping on a bandwagon and doing exactly the same as everybody else, but how can we utilize AI more specifically for our businesses to make us individually stand out a little bit more? So I was having a great old chat with my old friend Richard Phillips, who's a fantastic person, speaker and salesperson for Three Cherries IT. And on the website, as you can see here, they have HTML coding that does this animation of the bars all landing on Three Cherries. So I thought, I know what, let's use AI to make that even more powerful and see if we can do an almost photorealistic animation of that using AI. Here's the actual final thing, which went out on LinkedIn last week, and lots of comments, which is really nice. But AI is fantastic, but it's not quite as simple as just saying, please make a 3D slot machine and make the wheels go round and make them land on the Three Cherries logo and spill some cash out, please. You have to have the idea and you have to know how to use the tools. I'm going to take you through what actually goes behind creating something as magical as this with AI. So I would go on the Three Cherries website straight away, and there's a few things I need. So I need the logo. So I grab the logo. I'm going to need the strapline. I'm going to need that later on. So we grab the strapline in Photoshop, cut it out, put it on a layer. The first thing we need to do, as you're probably familiar with, is creating a prompt. So we type into some sort of platform a phrase that we want conjured up. So in this case, a photorealistic forced perspective wide angle lens of a slot machine with a lever in Las Vegas casino with the three wheels winding down and landing on all Three Cherries with a cash payout at the end, please. So what we first of all need to do is create a still image based on that prompt and try and find a platform that can do that. And there are several out there. Midjourney, I think most people, certainly in the creative world, use that. So we'll jump on there and see what that produces for us. We copy and paste the prompt, upload the Three Cherries logo, because we want to say, look, we want it to land, the three wheels to land on this logo specifically. So here's a reference to what we want it to land on, and we tell that the image in the style reference is what we want to need to do. So we need to sort that out, and then ask it to go away and create an image. Here it is, and bang, there we are. We have an image. That's okay. Didn't land and didn't use the Three Cherries logo, and didn't have a cash payout at the end, really. So I'll go on to something else. This one is called Higgsfield, which I quite like. Exactly the same process. Copy and paste the prompt into the prompt thing, add Three Cherries logo, and press render and see what it does. Now, that one's pretty fab. The Three Cherries logo, however, hasn't quite done it. Never mind. Let's go to our old favourite, ChatGPT. Copy and paste the prompt back in, upload the logo, and see what it does. And okay, it's changed the logo. There's a couple of things wrong with it. We haven't got all the other symbols that you have on a slot machine, like the oranges and the grapes and the bars and the lucky 7. So we have some work to do. I mean, it's pretty cool that they come up with these images, but it's never quite what you want. I'm sure we'll get there with, I don't know, telepathy connections with AI, but at the moment, it still needs a bit of help from traditional creative work. So what I'm going to do now is load it into Photoshop. So the first thing we need to do is get rid of stuff, because what we're going to need to do is get what we want the start of the video to look like and what we want the end of the video to look like, and hopefully some other video AI will transform between the start and the finish. So a starting slot, we're going to need get rid of those cherries, so there's nothing on the reels, and I'm going to have to create my own reels. Get rid of the coins because we start off with no coins. Grab some symbols from Google, and then using Photoshop, put all those little symbols in. So we've done that. And then, of course, we need to put the Three Cherries logo in as well. Now, or somewhere on those reels. Right, now that's the initial frame. But the end frame is obviously all three reels with Three Cherries in the middle with the proper logo rather than the one that ChatGPT did. And then put in some more symbols. Which is what we'll do now. Grab them and put them in. Bang, there we go. So there's the end frame. And we have the beginning frame and the end frame. There we are. Blip, 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 blip. So those are the two frames that we like to go from one to the other. We like the reels to come down in line, and we like the cache to pop out. We like the lever to be pushed as well. We'll see. I'm going to go back into Higgsfield. Now, this is a very good package. So I've worked out that it can do what we call in animation in-betweening. So it can go from one frame to another and fill everything else in between. And with some proper prompts, so we just use the prompt we used before, but slightly change it. And as you can see here, we put in a beginning frame and an end frame of the two frames that we created in Photoshop. I've chosen a static shot, so to make sure it all stays still, or the camera doesn't move. Action in the frame obviously does move. And hope to God it does what I ask it to do. We're going to generate it. Bang, there we go. And 3 options that it gives me. And here they all are. So, pretty wonderful. As you can see here, none of the reels go round, so that's no good to me at all. In the second one, now the lever does move, but it moves really weirdly. Which is okay. Now the last one, all the reels do move. And the cache does come out. It's a bit squishy. But the lever stays still, so we can sort that out later on, I expect. And this particular one here, the cache comes out quite nicely. It all trickles out, and so I'm probably going to merge those two together. So that's where we are with AI. You kind of get what you want, but you're going to have to go into other packages to actually stitch it all together and make sure it really, really works. So we're going to open up After Effects, which I've been using for literally decades, same in Photoshop. And we're going to do some composite work. So we've uploaded the initial still. And we can see that the reels go round, fantastic, and the coins sort of smoosh out a little bit, which is okay, but not quite what I want. So what we have to do here is, first of all, sort out the lever. So we're going to grab the footage where it does move, but we only make it move coming down and going forward. So the way we're going to do that is go forward a little bit, then we're going to put in copy that footage and then reverse it so it goes back up again. So quickly down and quickly up. So we've got that. Again, the trouble is the reels don't come down separately. 1, 2, then 3. They'll come at the same time. So what we've got to do, take the footage 3 times, move it slightly apart, a second each maybe, and then cut them out and mask each bit of movie out. So there we are, 1, 2, 3. And that will go. The second one will then move. And then the third one will then move. 1, and then 2, and then 3. So now we know where those 3 move and they will land on the 3 cherries. We'll put in the original image on the background underneath it all, and now it's comped together. So we can see the lever push there, on which is one bit of film. And then we've got 3 other films composited on top of the initial empty frame. There we go. So that's working much better. Now we need to move the coins, and the coins sort of are smushy out. So I don't mind the initial bit coming out, but I need the other trickling coins to morph between those two. So here we can see the other bit of footage of the coins coming out, and I've got a kind of moving mask with a soft edge on it. And then we're going to put that movie on top of the smooshy coin clip and then merge the two together quite quickly, so hopefully you don't notice that there's 2 bits of footage. So going back to the original composition, and we see that there's the smooshy coming out there, and then we quickly lay on top the trickling coins, and then basically dissolve them two together. So effectively there's lots of coins all trickling out, which is what I want. There you are. Lever down. 1, 2, 3, and coins coming out. But of course, that's not the end. We need sound effects. So I'm going to go back into Premiere. There's the final footage. And down here, you can see all these sound bites that I brought in from a package called Epidemic Sounds. We can hear the lever pull, click, click. Fantastic. Then we've got the wheels clicking around and they stop. Click, click, click. Fantastic. After that, we've got all the coins. So we're going to sound effect for coins coming out. There they go. And obviously we want a kind of winning noise. There we go. And because we're in Las Vegas, I figured we put in some lovely smooth jazz lounge music. And there we go. Put them all together. And yes, so it adds just so much more level of realism. You know, this is all audio visual. You've got to put the two together. And then finally, if you remember back at the start, we took the strap line off the website and we cut it out so it was worked on an alpha channel. So that's now replaced at the bottom. And of course, the Three Cherries logo goes on top of that. And et voila, we have the final thing. See, it's as simple as that. So that's how you can use these fantastic AI tools to be very specific about your business and just upgrade, stay ahead of the curve. If you want me to do something for you, just get in touch. See you around.